Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Jade, and today's video, we are going to talk specifically about toxic friendships, how to identify them, how to get rid of them, and what you could do to make your relationships with the current friends that you actually have now stronger, or even how to attract some of those friends. So if that sounds somewhat what the boat that you're in, keep on watching. All right, let's jump into it right away. Number one, how do you know if you are in a toxic friendship? Number one, it's draining. It's incredibly draining. You feel like you are constantly pouring into that person more than you are getting anything out. This person may be calling you, texting you all the time, but because of the nature of your relationship, you may think that's normal. But what happens when you call, you text that person? Do you feel the same type of energy reciprocated? Do you feel that person is invested into you as are you as invested into them? Sometimes toxic relationships, we don't even know that we're entertaining because we're so used to being that person's soundboard, that person's support system. Maybe you're just that person in the group that people feel like, you know what, I know this is the person that I can go to at all times. However, it's incredibly important that you really take some time and just kind of think about it for the next couple of seconds. Has this person ever asked me how I'm doing? Am I always the one asking the questions about them? Do they ever ask anything about me? That could be sign number one that you may be in a toxic relationship. Number two, when you are around this person or these people, it could even be a group of people, nothing but drama. Everywhere you guys go, it seems like drama is following you. Drama is even following you on social media. You find yourself getting into social media fights, you find yourself when you're out getting into fights, you just find yourself surrounded in it. And you may not even be the one on the front lines of it, but because you're with that person, you're guilty by association. Let me tell you something, sis. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you feel your vibe is always negative, you always have drama, you never have peace, you just always kind of feel on edge, sis, you might be in a toxic friendship. That's just what it is, because your vibe attracts your tribe. But the moment that you start feeling a peace around you, you feel a little bit more positive energy, you're actually putting in positive energy into the atmosphere, that means that your atmosphere and your vibe is changing and evolving. So that means that your tribe must be changing and evolving. Maybe that doesn't mean eliminating every single one of your friends, or maybe that it does, but it's important that you understand that your vibe attracts your tribe. Another one that I have. Oh, this one really speaks to me. Your friends or friend starts getting angry at you because you are no longer the person you used to be. Let's say you've been friends with this person for quite some time. They've been with you for several different seasons of your life. Let's say, for example, because this happened to me in college, we were all one type of way. I know I've had my glory days, and who hasn't? And I'm not ashamed of that at all. But some people prefer you when you are in those party days, when you were in that just season of your life. It doesn't have to be a party time. People prefer you at that point. They prefer you at that point because then they can control you. Now that you're growing, you're evolving, you're becoming a strong, confident adult, now people don't like that. They don't like to see you grow because they still may be in the same mindset that they were back during that season that you were in. People like control. They want to control you, but the moment you start evolving, start hanging out with a new crowd, just start doing different things in your life to make yourself better, if they're not evolving, sis, it's not going to work. They are literally going to be so upset and just try to pull you down. One thing my mom always told me is, Jade, new level, new devil. I really found out who my true friends were once I started to evolve. I started to evolve in my career. I got engaged. I got married. We moved into our first home. We had a baby. Every single one of those steps, I lost friends. And I'm not talking about friends that I've had for a couple months. I'm talking about friendships that were years long. Lost them. Why? Because some of those people, A, were just for a season. because truly, God puts people in our lives for sometimes a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Some friends are just seasonal. Where God is taking you, everybody can't come with you. You'd be surprised at the end of this life, when it is all said and done, and we look back over our lives, we'll see, wow, I totally understand why I was only with that friend for a season, because where I'm at right now in my lifetime and my lifestyle, there's no way that person will be able to continue to cheer me on and encourage me for the expectation and level that I am reaching for. That's just it. Toxic people don't want to see you grow. They literally don't want to see you grow. They want you to stay in the same little person that you were always and continue to be forever, because they don't want to see you grow. And that's toxic. Eek. Another one is jealousy. And jealousy can be portrayed in many different ways. It doesn't have to necessarily be just negative talk. It can literally just be like kind of like quick, curt remarks. It could be like excessive amount of questions. Well, why are you doing that? Where are you going with them? Why would you do that? It has a lot to do with the tone, and you kind of have to pick up on that. If you are been friends with this person for a while, you know that the vibe is different. Another thing is your intuition. Hello. We all have it. Sometimes we don't want to tap into it because it's awkward, and it's like, no, that person would never do that. But I guarantee you, I can almost like say this with full confidence. If something don't feel right, sis, it ain't right. It ain't. I had a friend who we had fallen off. And then she came back and we recultivated a friendship, and it was great. But it was almost toxic. It was to the point where I was like infatuated with this friendship. It's like, you know, when it's like you have something new and it's like everything you ever dreamed of. And then something shifted. It truly was like a light bulb went off, like a light switch. And my vibe just started to feel strange. I started to feel awkward. And then there was a huge blow up. And then that literally was it. And naturally, with any friendship, you're going to feel heartbreak. If you're not feeling heartbreak, then were you guys even truly friends? This is a person that you invested in outside of your spouse. Time, energy, commitment, and it's just stripped away and gone. That's really hard. But the more difficult part is you. Are you going to be strong enough not to go back? And this can go for spouses as well, okay? When somebody hurts you, when somebody shows you who they truly are, do not ignore that. Do not ignore who they are telling you that they are. When people act this way, when they show you their toxic traits, do not ignore the signs, because God is showing you this for a reason. Nothing wrong with the friendship for the time that it was, but sis, it's come to an end. So what do? How do you move past this? How do you get stronger friends? I'll be honest, I have 3 friends. That's right, 3, excluding my husband and my sister. I have 3 friends. Now, don't get me wrong. Any of my friends who are watching this, I do have other friends outside of these 3 people. However, I know that these 3 are my ride or die. No matter what's going on, I talk to them frequently. We all invest into this friendship, and it's something that has taken years to get here. Growing up, I was never one of those people who've had multiple amounts of people. One of my 3 friends has like so many friends, and I used to live with her, and I was so envious of all the friends and adventures she was going on. But she's the type of person who can maintain those type of friendships. She puts in a lot of energy. I, on the other hand, wasn't created for that. I was meant to have a small circle of friends. My other 2 friends, can't live life without them. Literally talk to them every single day, but they hold me accountable. And that's another thing. Do you want to be a friend that you hold your other friends accountable, and do you want them to hold you accountable? Now that's the hard part. It's easiest for us to say everything that they're doing wrong, but can you take it when they tell you? That's true friendship. It's toxic when you can give advice to other people, give advice to your friends, and they get upset with you for telling it like it is. They get upset with you for that. Well, you know what? If you can't hear it from me, who are you going to listen to? Who's going to help you through those situations? It's incredibly emotionally draining when people literally just come to you, they word vomit all over you, and then they just leave you there with that emotional baggage. And that is a lot to maintain, especially if that's a person that you can't even tell what's going on with you. Not good, not good at all. Totally toxic. So what are some things that you could do? Number 1, and this is like the biggest thing, and once I did this, I noticed a huge shift in my friendship group. Like this, and this is a prayer that I still pray every day. I'm very confident with the friends that I have now, but this is a huge, 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 huge thing. You have to pray to God, and you have to ask him, God, please reveal to me who my true friends are. God, it sounds so simple, but it's so hard, because when he starts answering that prayer, you got to be ready. You need to have your full armor of God on, because you don't even understand how your life is about to be shooketh, friend, shooketh. Literally, it's about to be shook, because people that you think are in your corner, they're not. People that you are telling your private business to and asking them to pray for you, they're not. Some of these friends are quite literally praying for your downfall, are quite literally waiting for you to fail, are quite literally everything you're telling them, they're going and telling somebody else. That's not true friendship. So we're going to first, number one, ask God to show you and reveal to you who's really for me, God. And then you're going to brace yourself, because it's going to be a trip. After that, you want to pray for confidence. Losing friends sometimes literally feels like death. It literally feels that way, because it just hurts, because you're so close to that person and you feel invested. Anytime you're invested in anything and you lose it, it sucks. But you need to pray for confidence, because now this is the time. God has answered a prayer for you. You need to thank him. You need to have your pity moment and then get it back together, sis. Because now is the time that God is building these strong friendships that you have. You may have a friend in your group that you don't even tap into because you're so infatuated with friend X. But friend X may actually be playing you. You need to go to friend B. That's just from experience of what I experienced. I'm 30 and I have 3 friends. Like I said before, I do have other friends, but I have 3 solid people that I know I can rely on no matter what. I'm still constantly building more friendships as I evolve into other areas of my life, and I want that. But I know that I keep my circle small. 2020 started, and since, I don't know, I guess to say in the last 4 years since I've been in like a serious committed relationship, I've lost at least 3 solid friends. And I'm not saying I lost them, I'm just saying the season has ended. And I was talking to one of my girlfriends and I was like, dude, my circle just keeps getting smaller and smaller. And she's like, no sis, your circle keeps getting stronger and stronger. And I believe that. And that took me a long time to understand, because I wanted friends so bad. And it makes you really look at yourself. What am I doing wrong? Why am I wrong in that situation? And that's okay. You can reflect. You can look at yourself and say, what am I doing wrong? But also take a minute and say, what was I doing right? I was doing everything right, and I'm going to continue to do that. But for a healthy relationship, you guys have to be ready to give back. You can't always be the one word vomiting on everybody else and not be willing to give back. You have to literally put into the relationship just like you would a significant other or a child. You quite literally, it is work. It becomes kind of second nature after a while, but you literally got to put in the work. That's the only way that will ever work. And last but not least, this is just my personal opinion and I could be wrong, keep your circle small. I'm so happy with 3 friends and all my other friends, but my 3 solids, I'm so happy with that. Keep your circle small. The smaller it is, the stronger it is, the tighter it is. These are people you can depend on, you can call on. These are the people you call on when you need to get bailed out of jail, okay? Like, these are your people. Like, all of these women, I consider them my child's aunt. One of them is my child's godmother. Like, I don't play when it comes to my friends, and I am grateful for that. Like, even selfishly, I'm gonna like blow up my husband's spot a little bit. Even he says that he's jealous of my friendships, and it took me a really long time to get here. Oh God, it did, but I'm so grateful. So I'm praying for you guys. I'm praying that this really spoke to you. I'm praying that you feel confident in the relationships that you have. I'm praying that you feel confident to let go of the relationships that you need to. So if this video spoke to you, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you want to know more about anything else, friendships, relationships, how to maintain, how to let go, literally anything, I'm doing this for I'm feeling this vibe of adulting right now, and that's just the train that I'm on. So anything that has to do with adulting, leveling up, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Take care of everyone. Stay prayed up.